Hi everyone, how are you? I am actually streaming live from a few of my social medias today. So I'm live in my amazing group, Women Supporting Women Professionals and Entrepreneurs, that I started with the fabulous Angela Giles March 2020, and it's become so successful. We have over 14,000 members. I'm also going live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also going live in my own group, Galit's Women Empowering Women. Many of you may or may not know that my name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. I started my first business before I had my first baby, which is crazy. My oldest is going to be 25 in October, which doesn't even make sense. Okay, how am I old enough to have a 25-year-old? Okay, don't answer that. I build my businesses, my platforms, and my mission all around women. My goal in life is to show how many women as possible in my lifetime, and possibly also leave a legacy when I'm gone, to show women how to have financial stability, financial freedom, having their own business, having a side hustle, or if anything, just building a business around their life. That has been the key to my life. I have 3 kids. I started again my first business before I had my oldest, and it was really important to me as a mom to build everything around my life because I didn't want to miss out. And I have to tell you, having my oldest just start just start senior year of high school and being almost done with high school forever with my kids, let me tell you, it's a reality check. So I'm glad that I was able to do the things I did. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is something that I am asked often. I get emails, I get messages. When I go to my speaking gigs, I'm asked there. I'm asked on virtual meetups. I'm asked on classes that I teach. Is the number one thing that they say is, I really love what I do, but I don't know what I'm doing. It's very common. Now you might say, well, what does that mean? If you love what you do and you have a business and you're doing well in it, you obviously know something that you're doing. But what happens a lot of times is women do not have the background, the knowledge, the expertise, or the education to understand what it takes to build a successful business. They just know that they want their own business and they know that there's something that they love to do, either to sell services or products, and they just know they want it. Yes, that's good. Okay. So if there's something that you do that you love, or there's something that you want to do, you're on the right path because that is the beginning. But what happens a lot of time is women don't know the basis, the foundation of how to be successful in their business. Again, they haven't been taught. It's not common in college that they have an entrepreneur class or how to build a successful business. It's not common. It's too bad. We don't give that choice to enough of our kids. So what I wanted to share with you is a few ways that you can build a foundation that will make sure you are successful in your business. Now, if you have a business already and it's not making as much money as you like, if it's not working or running the way that you wanted, you don't have the right systems in place, the teams, or whatever it might be that you're missing, you still can use these steps to revisit your business and give it what it needs to be successful. If you're just starting out, no worries. You still can go ahead and implement some of these steps. So of course, it takes a lot more than just a few steps, but I want to give you something, anything you can walk away with today. These are 6-month coaching classes for me and Angela that we teach our clients minimum. Hours and hours of showing them how to and them implementing it. Please understand there's so much value in having a coach or an expert work with you because they get to clearly focus on what it is you need and how to get you where you want to go. So let's get started. I want all of you, if you're really serious about building a successful foundation for your business, I want you all to sit down and I want you to figure out a business plan. Now, a lot of us get started and we kind of do what needs to be done. We don't always understand that there should be set goals and set things you should be doing to be successful. So what I want you to do is sit down, and you don't have to write like a business plan we did in high school or college where it was 30 pages. I want you to come up with some really simple things like, what are your expenses. Very important to know what your fixed expenses are going to be every month. If you don't have expenses, you don't have a business. You should have expenses every month. You should have marketing expenses, and you should have assistant expenses, and you should have product or service expenses. Expenses is part of having a business. If you're not investing in your business, you're not going to get where you want to go, because you've got to have the tools. If it's email softwares, if it's automated softwares for your posting on social media, there's so many things associated with running a business. So you've got to ask yourself, what are the things that I need to make my business successful, and how much do they cost? Write those things down in detail so you know. Let's just use a number. My fixed expenses every month are $2,000, and I know that's what I need to invest in my business to be successful. This is just a made up number, but I want you to have a number. Then you've got to talk about your income. Now, what you want to do with your income is you want to break it down into categories associated with what is it you are going to sell: services, workshops, programs. Do you have products? If you have products, take the 5 top products that you're going to sell and break down how much each of them make you and how much your goal is to sell each month. If you're selling services, let's take coaching as an example. Well, I have a workshop and I want 5 people in that a month. And I have a membership and I want 10 people in that a month. And I have a coaching program and I want 5 people in that. You've got to be very specific, because what's going to happen, ladies, and please try to use a spreadsheet. It's a little bit easier on the eyes. If you're not a spreadsheet person, write it down on a piece of paper, type it up on a computer, whatever works for you. You've got to understand how much money you want to make it. You've also got to understand how much of each product or service you have to sell to get to that income goal you have. I had a call the other day with a woman that her income goal was $10,000 a month. Well, when I sat down and learned about her business before she hired me, I realized that was very practical with the average amount of money she's making per client. I actually even told her $10,000 a month was low, but let's start there and then we'll get her to 20. But if you're going to put a goal out there of 10,000 and you look at your income and you break it down and you don't have a clue how you're going to get to 10, you're wasting your time. You've got to understand how you're going to get to that money that you set a goal. So once you figure out the foundation of your profit and loss, you now have an understanding of where you want to go and how much it's going to cost you to get there. That really is having a business. The next thing that you need to figure out is your marketing. So number 1 is your financials. Number 2 is your marketing. How are you going to market? And I'm not saying go out and spend $50,000 a month on marketing. I'm saying you've got to have a plan. Okay. Is it social media? Is it specific social medias? Are you going to be boosting posts? Are you going to be reaching out to people individually? Are you going to show up to networking events virtually in person? You've got to have a plan, and you've got to have a detailed plan. I'm going to meet with this many people a week. So if I want to close 3 people, I'm going to meet with 10 a week. You've got to have the goals that set up to how many clients you want to get. If you're just sitting around and waiting for people to show up based on a post you made, you're wasting your time. You've got to have a marketing plan. So I want you to detail out at least a 6-month marketing plan. Really important to do that. At least a 6-month marketing plan, and have specific goals for each day that you're going to implement, or you're going to give your assistant or your team to implement. Guidance, really important if you have a team or an assistant. Guidance. Now, many of you may not have an assistant yet. Huge mistake. Huge. If you're spending your time doing things, you can pay somebody $10, $15, $20 an hour, and you're making $300 an hour, you now are losing. Okay. You're losing $280 an hour. Let's say you make $300 an hour and you could pay someone $20. $280 you're putting on the table every hour that you spend marketing instead of paying somebody to do it. That's called smart business. You have to understand that when it comes to a successful business, it isn't one of those things where you wake up in the morning and you try to figure out what to do. You have a plan. You know exactly what you have to do that morning to get to the numbers that you want to. It's really, really important to recognize that. Hi, everybody. Good morning. So we've got our financial plan. Now we've got our marketing plan. What's next? You've got to know how to get people on a call, if that's your platform, if that's your model, or how to close them, right? It's great that you went and set up a financial goal. It's great that you set up a marketing plan. But if you don't know how to close people, you don't know how to hook them, it doesn't matter what you do. You're going to spin your wheels all day long. Now, closing people is associated with building relationships. And this is something that I talk about all the time. Most of my speaking gigs are about building relationships and networking. I can't teach you how to do that in 2 minutes. But what I'm going to share with you is this. You have to sit down and understand how your ideal client buys. What is it that they need? What is it that they want? Because sometimes people buy more about what they want than what they need, which is fair. What is it that they want? Are you giving them what they want? If you don't know what they want, ask people. Put up a post on your Facebook or on your LinkedIn or on your Instagram that says, what is it that you need right now? And mention something associated with what you do. So if you're a business coach, what's the number one thing you need right now in your business to get to 10K months? That is going to help you understand what they want, what they need. Okay. Then you've got to set value. Now, this isn't about knowing your value. This is about value of what you offer. When I get on a call with a client and I listen, and gosh, do I listen? I'm such a listener. What is it that you need in your business? And they might say, let me just use a few: foundation, marketing, financial support. Okay, great. Guess what? Once I'm listening and I understand what their business is and how I can help them, and if I think we're a fit, I will say, let me share with you how I can help you build a foundation, market, and get financial support. I speak directly to what that client needs that I know I can fulfill. That is value. There's a saying out there, how much is it going to cost you if you don't buy this product or buy this service? It's going to cost you not in dollars, it's going to cost you in time, that in turn you could lose money because you're not working with the right people or buying the right products or buying the right programs. That's what you want your client to know. That's what you want them to understand. If you don't buy this vitamin, do you know what you're losing? Well, it makes your joints feel better and it makes your skin clearer. I'm just making these things up, but I want to give you an understanding. If you're not hiring this health coach, are you going to live till you're 50? Of course, you don't say it like that. But what is it costing you? That's what you want to mention to your clients without directly saying, what is it costing you? You show them. Okay, great. You're running a business that you only made $10,000 in 12 months. Well, what is it costing you? Is it costing you to send your child to college? Is it costing you those vacations you want to take? Is it costing you so your husband can stop working at the job he hates? What is it costing you? One of the biggest obstacles I find with people that own their own businesses, they don't understand the value of investing in themselves and investing in products or services. They're so focused on, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Well, I share this a lot. Every business I've ever started, I've gotten a loan. And I totally want to just put this out there as a side note. This is not what I was on today, but I spoke to a company yesterday, a financial company that helps small businesses get funding. And if anybody's interested in that link, just private message me. This is not a company that I work for. I just got on the phone with them because we want to help women like you find the funding to invest in their businesses. So I don't know if you qualify. I don't know how it works. But if you're interested, private message me and I will give you the link. You fill out a bunch of financial forms. It's a legit company. And then they will let you know if you qualify for funding. But the reason I'm sharing that is because so many women especially don't understand that to have a business, you've got to invest in it. Some of my businesses, I didn't pull out money for myself for 2 years. Now, don't get me wrong. The money was reinvested. It was making money, but every dollar I made went right back in. But you betcha I made money after all, or else I wouldn't keep the business. I'm not here to just do what I love and starve. I'm here to do what I love and get paid for my value. That is the basis of everything that Everyday Woman is. Look, ladies, we have hundreds and hundreds of free videos for you in classes every Thursday. We have one Thursday this week. We're teaching you how to book speaking gigs. Angela and I give and give and give from the goodness of our heart because we love so many of you so much and we want to see you succeed. But we also charge for our value. We have a Be More Visible membership that shows you how to get in front of your ideal client. We have a book coming out in December. The website's right above me, where you can become part of a book with 50 other women and become a best-selling author. We have a visibility retreat in Vegas at the end of September. We have our own TV channel that's launching in September. These are things that you pay for because they have value. You need to teach your clients what your things have value for. That's how you're going to sell. I know all of you are awesome. I know all of you are good at what you do or what you sell. I'm positive because Angela and I built this group to show you how to be successful, and we're attracting women that want to be. So isn't it your time? Don't you deserve it? What makes you so different from that woman that's making 6 and 7 figures a year? Ask yourself that. Answer it in the comments. I'd like to know, because I bet you I can counteract it and tell you. You don't know how? Find someone that does. You don't have the money? Get a loan and figure out how. Everything that you say that you don't know or are not reaching your financial goals can be filled. I know it. I've seen it. I've seen women hire me for thousands of dollars a month that went out and got a loan to pay me. And then 6 months later, they were making a lot of money. This is not about me. This is about you. You can be doing this for your clients. There's no reason why they shouldn't be hiring you. There's no reason why they shouldn't be investing in you. So they've got to know who you are. They've got to know that you have value. And they've got to find the money or have it to pay you. And all that is doable. I see it every day. So I wanted to come on today and talk to you about building a foundation for your business. I'd love to hear from all of you in the comments if you're watching it in replay or live. I'd love to know what you took away from this because it's so important to me that I'm giving you value. So important to everyday woman. If you're watching in that group, if you're watching on my YouTube channel, or if you're watching in my private group, I'd love to hear from you. If there's somewhere where Angela and I can help you and be part of your success and you're ready to step it up and pay for things that will benefit you, reach out to us. Private messages. Our assistant will set up a time to talk with us. We'll talk to you about all the things that we have going on and all the amazing things that women are getting involved in that are working. I have a client that joined my speaker program January through March that I'm offering now in September, and they just booked a $5,000 speaking gig. We don't teach things that don't work. Now, don't get me wrong. We can teach it to you all day long, but you've got to choose to do it. That's the key. If you don't choose to do it, I can't do it for you. So if you're being taught things that you're not implementing, that's on you. That's on you. Don't blame other people for your failure. If there are things you are missing, figure out how to get it. I know single moms with 6 kids that figure out how to support their children. I know people that don't have arms and legs and are winning Olympic gold medals. So what's your excuse? I wanted to get on today and have a real honest talk with you, because my goal in life is to show as many women as possible how to get to 7 figures in their business, because I'm sick and tired of so many men being successful and not women. Only 4.2% of women in the United States are making 7 figures or more. That is a statistic by the National Association of Women Business Owners. I didn't make that up. It's time to change it. So if you're a coach, be part of the change. If you're someone that wants to get to 7 figures, let's figure out how you can do it. I believe it's your time, and I can't wait to watch all of you succeed and have the lives you deserve, because you do. You do. So I appreciate you all for listening. Hi. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Patty. I love you, Patty. You're such a great supporter. Thank you. If you're not following Patty, follow Patty. Hi, Shar. Oh, I'm so glad that helped you. Hi, Marie. Hi, Fran. Hi, Sonia. I am so thankful for all of you watching, and I hope many of you will watch and replay and let me know. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you soon.